This Week at NASA.
We're announcing today our first discovery of a proven pair of planets orbiting a single star.
NASA's Kepler mission has discovered the first confirmed planetary system outside of our own that has more than one planet transiting the same star. Scientists have named the Sun-like star at the center of this newly discovered planetary system, Kepler 9. The two planets have been designated Kepler 9b and 9c. The announcement of their discovery comes after 7 months of observations by the Kepler spacecraft.
The transiting timing method works by having the timing of the planet. When it goes in front of the star dims. So we measure that time, and we measure when it happens again. That's the orbital period. And if that varies a little bit, that tells us about the planets that are orbiting that star.
The Kepler mission continuously monitors more than 156,000 stars for subtle brightness changes as part of its ongoing search for Earth-like planets outside our solar system. NASA scientists joined with international researchers in the Canadian Arctic to test concepts for future planetary exploration. The annual Houghton Mars project centers on the Houghton crater on Devon Island, Canada. Arid, rocky environment has geological features and microbiology similar to what explorers might encounter on other planetary bodies.
We're trying to learn new ways to integrate humans and robots into more productive teams.
This year's study focused on how remotely operated robots could save astronauts time and effort on other worlds.
Former NASA Space Shuttle astronaut Robert "Hoop" Gibson was honored recently by the Lancaster Jayhawks California League baseball team during its annual Aerospace Appreciation Night. Gibson, a veteran of 5 Space Shuttle missions, threw out the first pitch at a Jayhawks game, followed by a flyover by a NASA FA-18. Many of the fans in attendance received a bobblehead in Gibson's likeness mounted on a Space Shuttle base. After retiring from the astronaut corps, Gibson flew jetliners for Southwest Airlines for 10 years. He keeps his flying skills sharp today as a pilot at the National Championship Air Races.
We now know we are...
Avatar director James Cameron is featured in new public service announcements that tout NASA's contributions to environmental awareness and the exploration of our home planet. Avatar centers on a beautiful planet threatened by the exploitation of its natural resources. The PSAs feature Avatar film imagery and computer animations based on data from NASA's fleet of Earth-observing satellites. The orbiting spacecraft provide cutting-edge data of the atmosphere, oceans, land surface, snow, and ice. The PSAs are showing on NASA TV and are available on nasa.gov and NASA Television's YouTube page.
NASA headed to the ballpark for a Friday night outing with the New Orleans Zephyrs baseball team. Stennis Space Center Director Patrick Sherman threw out the first pitch, and the crowd was treated to a visit by a special guest, a larger-than-life astronaut. Fans also stopped by an exhibit to learn more about how NASA technology has helped shape everyday life, including the sports-related spin-offs that have come from the agency's research.
NASA recently ventured to a galaxy not so far, far away to share its real-life accomplishments and future goals with the filmmakers, actors, and fans of the Star Wars saga at the Star Wars 5 celebration in Orlando, Florida.
And it's always been a quest of man to look up into the stars and wonder what is beyond that black and blue space. 33
years after its debut in theaters, Star Wars remains a cultural icon that stirs our imaginations about space and exploration. The NASA booth reminded visitors how during that same time, America's space program has continued to change and improve people's lives here on Earth while exploring what lies beyond.
It's been very influential in getting people to realize that there is a kind of future for the whole space operation and what NASA has done up till now. I mean, the moon landings, of course, were really important, but more recently, I think the whole Hubble telescope and the space station have been very good keys for people that this work is really important.
And that's This Week at NASA. For more on these and other stories, log on to www.nasa.gov.